the Packers now have the leverage here because they don't have to move him until September. The big option bonus, the big money, they don't have to exercise that until September. As Andrew Brand said, this thing has been structured to be picked up by another team, and they have to pay it. And the Packers now have the leverage. Whether or not Aaron Rodgers knew that he was giving the Packers leverage, nor whether or not he cares, honestly, I don't know when he started talking yesterday, but he gave the Packers the leverage. There is underneath the snark of what people thought of Rodgers airing his grievances and talking about his darkness retreat. And by the way, I would totally do that. I actually think it sounds fun. Maybe not fun.
Maybe not 4 days. Maybe like 2 or 3.
Maybe not 4, but I would do it. I would enjoy it. Regardless of what you think, I do think, I don't know if sadness is the word. I'm not a Packers fan, but I'm trying to imagine being a Packers fan today and being with the world tuning in, the football world that is, seemingly small compared to the rest of the world, but with the football world tuning in to see my quarterback sitting there wearing a stained hoodie. There were multiple stains on that hoodie if you zoomed in. Saying, this is it, I'm done, I'm leaving. Like, that's how I find out. Like, this is how it ends. To me, there has to be a sense of sadness that this is what it is come to. And I know we work in the snark business. Snark is not analysis. Like, there has to be a level of, man, this is it. Like, this is how we say goodbye. And Aaron had plenty of good things to say about the town, the team, the organization, everything that the state of Wisconsin and the city mean to him. He said great things about Jordan Love. I mean, to me, that was the classiest thing he said, and it seemed heartfelt. I'll say this about Aaron, regardless of the passive-aggressive nature of some of his comments, and that's in all of us deep down inside, his heartfelt and his open and honest answers are refreshing. And I went to NFL management a couple of years ago, NFL Network management, that is. I say went to. It's not like I called a big meeting, but I texted my bosses over there, and I said, we need to put Aaron's pressers on as a show every week. Every quarterback is obligated, I don't know if you know this, by the NFL to speak once a week before the game. Usually it's Wednesday or Thursday when the quarterbacks do their thing. Some quarterbacks do it on the podium, like Joe Burrow, for example, on a Wednesday. Others do it in front of their locker, like Aaron Rodgers would do. Some guys give you a lot of cliches. They just want to get this thing over with. Most guys are reasonably open, give you a couple of good quotes, but don't say much. Rodgers, a couple of years ago, his Thursday, I think their Thursday appearances, took a turn, to me, for the positive. And, people say that Aaron can't deal with the New York media. That remains to be seen. But don't think that the Green Bay media, and Matt Schneidman from The Athletic is going to join us in a couple hours. He's awesome, not just because he went to Syracuse. Don't think the Green Bay media took it easy on him. They were as informed and on it, and they asked intelligent, knowledgeable, insightful, direct questions. And Aaron often played with them, and sometimes he pushed back, but he gave really good answers. If you asked a good question, he gave a good answer. I went to NFL Network Management a couple of years ago. I text a couple of times. Said, we need to put these on because these are the best quarterback press conferences going with the most insightful answers that you will get anywhere. I mean, the pieces have been written about how Aaron can tell you about every pick he has ever thrown. Google it. These pieces have been written. What the coverage was, what he saw pre-snap, where his mistake was, what the defender did well, right? There are certain people that have that beautiful football mind. Say whatever you want about them, other aspects of their life, but they have that ability and recall, and he has it. I love his interviews. Another guy I worked with, Marshall Faulk, has that ability. Used to do Rams games with Marshall, right? Marshall can watch a play once from the press box and not only tell you what all 22 did, he can tell you what all 22 did wrong because he sees it. And Aaron has that ability and that recall, okay? But the one thing, and I said this to Andrew Brandt, that I hope for Aaron's sake, because I do like him, despite the fact that I can be snarky on TV sometimes, is that he's doing this for the right reasons. Is that when you say you're almost retired, you're not coming back and forcing a trade to another team just to prove them wrong. Because doing something for spite usually comes back to blow up in your face.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.